Langston Golf Course in Washington, D.C., a symbol of African Americans in golf, was named in honor of John Mercer Langston, the first black congressman from Virginia. Opened in 1939. Where does one begin to tell the Langston story? Perhaps the great poet Langston Hughes, great-nephew of Langston's namesake, said it best in his poem, Democracy.
Democracy will not come today, this year, nor ever through compromise and fear.
The Langston story speaks of people who did not compromise, nor did they fear. The early 20th century saw the formation of the golf movement that served as the genesis for Langston. From the Capital City Golf Club to the Royal Golf Club, these men saw the need and acted. Beginning in the early 1920s, blacks in D.C. had been permitted to play the East Potomac Park golf course after 3 o'clock on Tuesdays, and the three-hole West Potomac course afternoon on Wednesdays. But in 1925, when they were granted the exclusive right to use the Lincoln Memorial Golf Course, a shabby 9-holer with sand greens, they lost the right to use the other public tracks in the city. To play on decent courses, they had to travel to Boston, Philadelphia, or New York.
I tire so of hearing people say, "Let things take their course. Tomorrow is another day." I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread.
When the Lincoln Memorial Golf Course was built in 1916, and that had dirt fairways and sand greens, and blacks were allowed to play on that course for a number of years. Then the Royals, the African American Golf Club, joined by members of the Wake Robin Club, petitioned the Secretary of Commerce at that time, who was Harold Ickes, and petitioned him to build a golf course, and out of that came Langston Golf Course, which opened in 1939.
The Langston Golf Course was a high step in the direction of freedom and equality.
I have as much right as the other fellow has to stand on my 2 feet and own the land.
In 1954, the separate but equal doctrine that had come to symbolize the mixed legacy of Langston was struck down by the Supreme Court's ruling in Brown v. Board of Education. For years, municipalities had given blacks inferior and neglected golf facilities. But suddenly, federal courts had the authority to desegregate municipal courses. In 1955, the D.C. municipal facilities were desegregated, and Langston finally completed its second 9 holes, 16 years after the course opened.
Freedom is a strong seed planted in a great need.
Many famous people have played Langston. Celebrities such as boxer Joe Louis, baseball great Maury Wills, golfers Ted Rhodes, Calvin Peete, and Charlie Sifford, comedian Bob Hope, President Gerald Ford, and celebrated female golfers Ethel Funches and Renee Powell. Many of them were regulars who joined the trailblazers of the Royal and Wake Robin clubs in breaking down the barrier of race in golf.
I live here too. I want freedom just as you.
The Langston Golf Club continues to make its mark on the community by sponsoring scholarships, events, and programs to ensure that the game of golf is open to whomever wants to participate.
We have strong connections with community outreach groups who actually provide free golf programming, lesson programs for children. Today there are 3 very active junior golf programs that introduce thousands of kids to the game and its life skills, if you will. And that includes one of the legacy groups, Mason's Army, as well as the Langston Junior Boys and Girls Golf Club, also known as Hook a Kid on Golf. And then lastly, the youngest of the 3 programs, it is 13 years old already, is the First Tee of Washington, D.C. And these groups work together in their efforts to introduce children to the game and all its different opportunities. Again, it's not just learning the game of golf, but also getting introduced to the life skills and the mentoring opportunities that the groups also experience.
Because the Langston Golf Course stands as the enduring symbol of the struggle to find equality in golf for Black Americans, the Langston Golf Course is hereby inducted into the National Black Golf Hall of Fame.